The Baratheons have lost the kingdom of Thingy. Apparently they inherited it or something. Not entirely certain. But I'm not sure if I mentioned that last time either. But yeah, nothing really happening. I just thought I'd keep you up to date on what's going on. Which is nothing, as usual. We'll stick the game on Observe again and come back in the reign of King Thingamajig or his son, I suppose. And just keep you guys up to date, see if anything interesting happens. But it's looking like the Darklyn's reign of Westeros is just going to be constant peace by the looks of things. Hopefully some civil war kicks up, but it's looking like we'll either just have to be content with peace and end the series on a double note, or I'll have to, like, accidentally, air quotes, make a civil war pop up by force. You know, just do one on purpose for the hell of it, which might be a little bit hollow, but yeah, maybe I can set up something cool. Maybe the Darklands will be ambitious enough to seek out and conquer Essos, but it's kind of limited to what we can do in that regard, since I don't have dragons. The only way I'd be able to conquer Essos is through the Conqueror ambition, which would require like once in a lifetime thing with each king, and I could slowly do it, but those wars would be basically completely and 100% in our favor. We would win, 100%. We would win, and it's just like, I don't know. All CK2 games get to a certain point where it's just like really easy. But beside the point, like I said, we'll skip forward, see what happens. Hey guys, with the passing of my father, King Hollis the Honourable, at the age of 70, which I think is the oldest any king has ever been, I quickly had to sort out a bunch of borders because they were getting a bit iffy. But as it stands, my daughter stands to inherit, and then the bloody Arryns will inherit. So the king, in a crisis situation, is going to call a great council, since the succession is unclear. I've never done this before, but yeah, all the Westeros shall be summoned to a great council in Harrenhal to determine who should be your heir. Up to 4 candidates may be proposed: the current heir, the agnostic heir, the senior heir, and the heir of your current heir. Yeah, alright, let's do this. You have decreed that a great council to be held to determine who to be the heir to Westeros. All the important nobles of the realm shall be issued to summons, compelling them to travel to Harrenhal, where they have all arrived at a great feast shall be had, before we move on to more serious business. Who's the candidate? Yeah, my daughter's a candidate. Her grandson's a candidate who's an Arryn. My brother, Prince Dennis of Westeros, is a candidate. And my kingsman, Prince Darklyn of Crackle Point, is a candidate who is follower of law. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be trying to get my my brother Dennis. The realm will not see its like for years to come. Yes, let's do this. So we're going to gun for Dennis, I suppose. Piss off the Arryns a little, unfortunately, because I'm not got enough cash to give them for anything else. Alright, all preparations for the council are finally complete, and the great nobles have started to arrive in Harrenhal. They have all been given bread and shelter, as is their guest right, and now a feast shall be held before the serious discussions commence. Basically, everybody has arrived. everybody, even the fucking Ironborn, allegedly. Not sure what the Ironborn have to say, but sure, whatever. Oh, the Willen's sucking up to me. I don't particularly care about that, dude. Bring on the council, quickly, before my guy dies of old age. The feasting is over, and now the council have begun in earnest. Has begun in earnest. Yeah, it can begin in earnest. Stupid game. Stupid soul. Stupid soul. Everyone is assembled in the hall with the more noticeable attendees closest to yourself. You formally announce that you would like to put the matter of succession before the Lords of the Realm, so that an heir can be decided by common consent. We can now debate. I reckon the rambling favours Lord Dickon failed to rouse any cheering. Prince Dennis drew open ridicule. Most convincing, it seems. I do not want to be. Ancient knowledge, he claims that succession is well established. What? Yeah. Princess Aline. Why is everyone... chose to back the female heir when it came to the speech, but maybe if she hadn't risen, a rambling speech rose, blah, 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 blah. The arguments in favour of Prince Dennis seems reasonable, with many. Chose to back the female heir. The arguments in favour of Prince Dennis. He claimed this succession is well established in Andal and custom, but his rambling speeches, yeah. His arguments in favour of Prince Dennis, he and my kin. Prince Dennis, he drew open ridicule. Princess Lace, more people for the fucking princess. For the female heir. Everyone seems to like my daughter. Annoyingly. There have been hours of debate already among your subjects, much of it heated, but now is your time to raise your hand to silence them all. The time has come to give your opinions and observations to the council. Yeah. The heir isn't. The heir in the male line, Prince Dennis, should inherit. My brother, basically. Your speech is calm and measured. You give sound arguments as to why Prince Dennis should be your heir. You outline the legal argument in favour of highlighting Dennis's virtues, and by the end, many of our subjects seem to be in agreement. Some seem spectacle. I'm sticking with it. Some seem spectacle. Most of them agree, I'm sure. The Great Council is finally over, with every important noble in the realm having had their say. The votes have been counted, and Prince Dennis Darklyn has been declared the winner. He is immediately presented before the assembled lords in a grand ceremony, and is formally named heir to Westeros. A worthy new heir. Prince Dennis of Darklyn will name the heir. He attained 58 votes. Prince Dennis gets voted as heir by Grand Council until Thingamajig. My daughter got 33 votes. Okay, it's not as bad. And Lord Dickon got only 12. And my daughter's kid, my grandson, got 6. A worthy heir. You have a new heir. Your character dies now. You will play as Prince Dennis of Denny's of Westeros, whatever they want to say. changed it so that only males can inherit, which means he's gone to my brother, who's not bad. And it means Prince Aegon, Aegon, whatever the hell we call him. Not the best names for kings, have we? But still, that secures that, and at least happy that my sister isn't going to bring the realm into the hands of the Arryns now. And hopefully we don't have any kind of uprising over all of this. Yeah, spoke for me at the Great Council. And they marry off my stupid daughter off to the Lords of the Vale. Just to keep her off my back. I know she's been given a strong claim to the Kingdom of Westeros as well. And she's pissed at me. That might be an issue later on. Fingers crossed it is an issue, because nothing else is happening. But yep, at any rate, that is that's that secured. I doubt this king will be on the throne for very long. He's old when he came into it all. But there you go. I basically sold my daughter off to the Arryns to keep them content. But yeah, there you go. A landslide victory for my brother in the Great Council. That's the first time I've ever actually done that. But there you go. First time I've ever actually had to do it. And the only reason it actually happened is because I've been letting the AI control the game while I've been off watching TV and doing other shit. But anyway, we'll skip forward, see what happens. Maybe we'll have a rebellion over this, maybe we won't. My brother's not all that great, so maybe everyone will hate him. Who knows? Maybe he won't. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. We shall see. We'll skip forward, as usual. Hey guys, apparently, after 100 years under the Kingdom of Westeros, the Westerlands are no longer considered a due part of the whole Kingdom of the Rock. So, any claim anyone ever had to that, I suppose, is now null and void. No? Okay, they still have claim. Stupid. Anyway, I use this opportunity. I suppose Dennis the Just, as he was so called, he inherited ever since the council voted him in. His son died of a period of illness. He married a Targaryen girl. And his son, Daemon, is betrothed to a Casterly chick. He's pretty good. He's got the attractive portal fighter, but he's getting there. Trying to click on the thing and show the rest. He's got a brother named after me. But, yeah. Everything else is basically peaceful. Meanwhile, up in the north, however, the Night's Watch has fallen, so I anticipate the wildlings launching an invasion of us at some point. But otherwise, not much is going down right now. It does seem to be just years and years of peace, really. As annoying as that may be. At any rate, we'll continue on, likely into Daemon's role next, where hopefully something will in fact happen. Playing as King Daemon Darklyn, who is a hell of a lot like a Targaryen, but he isn't. He's a pretty badass, ambitious, wrath, diligent, brave knight, good kingmaker, formidable fighter. Weirdly, he got steward despite the fact that he was trained in military. I don't know what the hell happened there, to be perfectly honest. But it happened all the same. Let me adjust my microphone for a second. There you go. A fucking professional would have done this before he started recording. Either way, he's married to the Castellan girl, as I believe I've showed you before. She's kind of far away from the succession, but the West has always been loyal, so I'm not too worried about him. The Lord of the Eyrie has sent word, having got the support of the Iron Isles and the North, in order to put, if you remember this guy, back when King Andahar's bloody eldest daughter was heir, and they called the Grand Council to make, that puts Dennis the Unlikely on the throne, rather than putting his daughter on the throne. So, Sir Germund Arryn would have been the future king of Westeros if the council had voted for his mother. So, you know, it's come back to bite us all in the arse, apparently. I guess I have no choice. No, I do have a choice. I will not be blackmailed. Let's see who in Westeros joins us. Yep. The West joins us. They've always been loyal. The Stormlands joined us. They've always been loyal. Let's see who else does. Quite a lot of the Vale as well, interestingly. Those guys there have joined us. Worship of Goldtown has joined us. And House Belmore's joined us. High Septim's joined us. The Reach has always been in our debt ever since we gave them the Reach in the first place. The Baratheons have always liked us since we allowed them to call themselves kings and whatnot. There you go. The Bay of Claws have declared themselves independent, apparently, because they don't like me. Yeah, yeah, he demanded the Riverlands previously, and I told him to fuck off. But yeah, there you go. The North and the Vale and the Isles have all... Dawn has not. Dawn has remained independent thus far. Just neutral is the word I'm looking for. As is Willowweed, interestingly. Alright, but we will we'll raise the banners and march out, I suppose. Which I do have a considerably large amount of crap. Let's get Lord of Rosbury in that. Lord of Duskendale into there. The Master of Coins can be you, that's fine. The Master of Whisperers can be you. I'll save the titles for later. I have enough men. We should easily be able to crush this, to be honest. Yeah, we'll send these men up to the Twins. I'll send those guys up to the Freylands. Going up via Darry. Send those guys on Duskendale. More minor lords taking up arms against their rebellious overlords. Where the hell's that? Right. Apparently I hold it somewhere in the Isles. Who the hell knew? Fucking Lord of the Arbor has betrayed me. That little shit. Alright, we'll skip ahead to when all my forces are rallied. I'm gonna rally most of the guys at Harrenhal, and these guys are gonna go up to the Freylands to join up with the guys at the Twins and beat back any Actually, we're gonna have enough men at the Twins to deal with that on their own, aren't we? So yeah, we'll dump those guys at Salt Pans. We got 20k there, 20k there. All right. We'll skip ahead to when my troops are all in position. Alright guys, all of our stuff is in position. We've created a bottleneck around the neck, I suppose. The King's leading 20 or so k there, 10k at the Twins, and 10k there, so the Starks will eventually just crash themselves against our wall, in theory. 11k at Salt Pans, which will hopefully lure the Arryns to attack us, and then at 22k we'll move over and help them. And I've got 40k garrison at Harrenhal. So, yep, let's do this. I'll stick it on 1, because the game's acting real funny right now, and being really slow and laggy. It's weird. Very, very annoying it can be, that. Yeah, we've got 28k over a pike laying siege to it, interestingly. We could have moved to go help those guys, but I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just have these guys at the Crow's Barrens defending that. And keeping our Stark wall sort of secured. I'm pretty sure we can do this quite easily. Mine. I mean, pretty much all of Westeros is still loyal. The Dawn's staying out of it. If Dawn turns against us, that might change things, but... Even if they do, I don't imagine we'd lose. Nope. That's a large Ironborn fleet. Where are you guys going to land? I'm going to get the 40k from Harrenhal ready to combat these guys. If they land at Darry, they're dead. Yep. We've got... Okay, I was just thinking, we'll pause it for a sec while I'm explaining, otherwise we'll miss something that's going on down south. Yeah, I was just thinking we need to send at least half of our guys over the Crow's Barrens to combat these. And then, oops. I hate when it does that. And then these guys landed so much forces here, which is interesting. Are they done with pike, are they? No, they've still got 30k over there. Very interesting. Alright. Lag. More lag. More lag. It is very annoying, that. Especially when you want to select troops and move around the screen. It's very, very annoying. Nope, the Arryns are turning around. Nope, they changed their mind. Now that they've got 19k troops, they've changed their mind. Nope, 20k, okay. That's going to be nasty. I'll tell you what, off the bat. Yeah, off the bat, I'll send you guys. I could split you guys in half, I suppose. I don't particularly want to. It will take them a little bit to get over there. I'm pretty sure I can get them over there in time, that's fine. It'll be fine. Still not quite sure what those Iron Fleet's doing. There must be troops on there. Yeah, there you go. They're on their way. Yeah, my wife's pretty sweet. One thing, but a bolt and stands beside the Iron Throne, carrying the very sword used to defend your life. He's a distant relation. He'll be fine. He'll do his duty. This is where I get assassinated. They've changed their mind, apparently. Alright, with that 11k forces there, I'm just going to leave those guys with the king. Let the Arryns kill themselves with attrition. That's fine. Those Ironborn are not doing anything. They do have an army on there. I'm not sure. They've got 51k lane siege to pike. Yep. Here comes some, yeah, send you guys up to the twins. Whoa. I'm pretty sure Greywater Watch doesn't get any natural defenses. It might be worth just letting them die. They let the Starks batter themselves against that 10k. And they'll retreat to somewhere. No, we've got 22k Iron Forces coming here. If they attack, that might lure out those Ironborn who just appear to be sitting there doing nothing. No, they've split up. Is it worth me sending troops to do that? Nah, they're losing morale and they're vastly outnumbered, and there's another 11k coming. So no, we'll not do that. We will not do that. Wherever those guys flee will be fine. Those guys are arriving on the 11th of May. There is still fuck all going down on the south. Yeah, they're going to gang up on... That's fine. We'll do what we did previously, which is send these guys to divert over his way. They're going to arrive... They're going to arrive immediately. No, yeah. The AI will just literally send everything against this, so I want all of my pieces right here, right fucking now. It's good that the Arons attacked first as well. Yeah, if I had seen that sooner, I could have gone north and helped. But and the northern troops will arrive, hopefully before the Arons die. Nope, they're not. Shit. Fucking AI. How dare they use their fucking brains. Alright, everyone back to their fucking positions. Real quick like. Football tapping again. You, move over that way. Harrenhal troops, move over that way. We got 12k. Fuck me, that's a lot of dudes. And we're losing a lot of shit to attrition. Fuck me. This is exactly what I didn't want happening. Oh, that battle's won, and the 40k from Harrenhal is dealing with those. It's not the end of the world, but it's not exactly perfect. Yep, could you not pop up exactly when I'm going to? I've captured the Lord of Sistertons. A member of the King's Guard died. I'm not sure if that 9k is going to be enough to dissuade them from attacking. No, it's not. Alright, good. Okay, moment of truth to what to do with these guys. I'm going to send you down there. I'm going to send this 20k up that way. And the Harrenhal guys can go back to Harrenhal. Yeah, I don't particularly care. We just got a King's Guard full of lowborns, really. Not the best thing, really. But what are you gonna do?